Hey everybody! Happy New Year from Kuroda Kayasuki, also known as Rob. Thank you all for an amazing year. It's been awesome. I'm like so happy. I know 2020 was kind of a challenging year for some people, but for me, I did have quite a lot of good times in 2020, so I know a lot of people tend to focus on the bad when it comes to 2020 with the pandemic and what have you. But I like to be reflective and take things for, toward at the end of this year, at the end of every year anyway, and kind of take the good for the good and the bad for the bad, if that makes any sense. Um, so I don't know. I always like to do a reflective New Year's video. Daisy's with me right here, by the way. I wish you guys could see her. Come here, Daisy. Come here. Come here. Psst, psst. Anyway, she wants to just sit here. But you can see her tail. um, but yeah, I like to be really reflective and kind of just go over the previous year and just, I always do kind of a year in review for the channel, and this is very much for myself more than anybody, but I always like to share a video of the goals that I made in the previous year at the end of 2019 and kind of reflect on, well, hey, what goals did I reach? What goals did I not reach? I like to see what kind of milestones that, I've reached with the channel. And any of you longtime fans know I've done this pretty much every year that I've done the channel. So this is my year-end reflections and my sort of resolutions for 2020. It was, again, a crazy year, but just focusing solely on the channel, it was a really, really fantastic year for the channel, and I'm super, super humbled and super grateful for everybody who tuned into all the videos, the live streams, particularly the Super Nintendo video. I did that in 2019, February 2019. I posted that video, and it really gained a lot of traction this year. It went from 15,000 views at the end of 2019 to 315,000 views. So that was incredible. That got me a lot of traffic on my channel, which I'm super grateful for, and it was really the push for me to be able to do a lot of things with this channel. So I'll talk about that in a second, but that being said, Daisy is being so cute right now. I wish you guys could see her. Come on, Daisy. Come on, come out here. She's like clawing this bed that she's on. Come here. She's not cooperating with me. There she is. There she is, Daisy. Say hi to the people, Daisy. She's one of the best. She's like the best. I love Daisy. But anyway, so, there was a lot of milestones that happened, and God, I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Daisy. I'm also 2 beers in, celebrating the new year. But, yeah, so anyway, I want to reflect on everything that happened this year, and, I guess we could start out with basic channel stats. So I always like to talk about the numbers. I've said many times that it's not the most important thing when it comes to the channel, but man, she's pissed. Look at this. She's moving her tail. See? This is what happens. Daisy. Alright, I'm done. so distracting. When you're such a cute kitty, how can you not be distracted? But yeah, so anyway, I always say that numbers aren't the most important thing when it comes to the channel, but they are a huge factor. I can't deny that. So I personally try not to focus too much on numbers, but every year I always make a goal in terms of how many views I want to get on the channel overall and how many subscribers I'd like to get. It's fun to do, it's a huge luck element, I have to admit. Not that, the things that I do on the channel aren't a factor. They're of course a factor. There's a lot of time and effort and energy that I put into the channel, so to be quite honest, it is the result of a lot of hard work, but it's also, I hate to tell you guys, usually has to do with luck too, I'm afraid, and the luck of the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. That being said, I'm getting rambly already. My goals at the end of 2019 for 2020 were to get 5,000 subscribers and get between 300 and 500,000 views on the channel. Well, from the Super Nintendo video alone, as well as a few others, we've definitely achieved the view goal. We have right now on the channel, I just checked, 411,000 views overall on the channel, which is awesome. That's an amazing number. It means that almost 500,000 people have seen one of my videos, which is crazy to me. 500,000 people, if you really think about it. That is a lot of people who have just seen some dingus in his house in his spare room just making videos. So it boggles my mind. I always, whenever I have a video that takes off, or I look at, view counts like that, I think about, like, what would it be like if there was 411,000 people in a stadium? That'd be huge. It's like I got to stand in a stadium full of people and say things. I don't know. It's a weird perspective, but I always found it kind of a strange concept when you try to really, really comprehend the numbers. But yeah, so 411,000 views overall on the channel. My goal for this year was between 300 and 500K. So we came right in the middle of that. So I'm really, really, really happy about that. We met that goal. As far as subscribers go, my goal was 5,000 views, 5,000 subscribers, and we fell short of that. We are now standing at 2.58K subscribers, so like almost 2,600 subscribers. But at the end of 2019, I got lots of stuff written down. I'm so professional. But at the end of 2019, we had just breached 1,000, so it was at 1,030 subscribers. So that's I know the original goal was 5,000, but we more than doubled the amount of subscribers to the channel. So to me, that's a huge success. I always kind of aim a little high when it comes to goals like that, like the numbers. So, woo, woo, that was... this is what happens when I try to record after having 2 beers. I'm working on tea now, but I'll crack one open at the end of this video. So anyway, so yeah, I'm really, really pleased with the results. I'm very, very happy that so many people have checked out my channel and have subscribed and liked the videos enough where they want to actually check out more of my stuff. The Super Nintendo video was the huge spike this year, but there was other videos that did really well. Both Castlevania videos did really well. The Brief History of Rare video has been spiking randomly, and there's been a whole bunch of other ones that have been doing really well. It's been blowing my mind, and I've been really happy. So in terms of the numbers, I can't really complain. Like I said, we pretty much doubled everything. The views last year, we were at the end of 2019, we were sitting at 221,000, so we essentially doubled the view count on the channel as well. So I'm so happy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate you all. I love you all. Thank you for everything. I'm probably going to say, just as a fair warning, I'm going to be saying thank you a lot in this. It's New Year's Eve, come on. I don't know. I'm feeling loose tonight. What are you going to do? So, in order to kind of bring some kind of order to this video, what I decided to do, and I actually tried recording this once more and I was unhappy with it because I didn't have it, I felt, structured enough. So what I did was I decided to break things down by topic here. And what I normally do when I do my New Year's reflections videos and New Year's resolution videos is I first look at everything that I had wanted to do from the previous year and whether or not I met it, and then give my goals for the new year. Well, because there's a lot to cover, I decided to address things by section because there's so much that I want to cover here, and I hope it doesn't get too boring. But again, as I've told you guys before, I do this also. I rewatch every year my New Year's video from the year before to see how I did and what my goals were and everything. I'm big on that. I'm big on that with my personal life. Rachel and I just went through we just did a huge reflection on 2020, and then we also do a sort of personal goals list. So I like to do like a personal goals list and then a sort of like New Year's resolution channel goals list. So, it's just something I like doing. I don't know. I've been doing it for years. It's a lot of fun. So to kind of get this video on track and just sort of make sure I address everything. I've got everything split up into sections. I wrote it down. I'm old school. What can I say? And I'm going to start. Well, I already started with the channel stats. Look at this cat. My God, she's like rolling over. Oh, I can't even handle it. So I kind of broke things down by section, and let's just start. So I already went over the channel stats. The next thing I talked about last year was monetization, because I had just hit 1,000 subscribers. So I was eligible to monetize my channel. And, you know, I kind of sat on this for a while because I wasn't sure whether or not I actually wanted to do that. And the reason for that is I always said I wouldn't monetize the channel. And the reason for that is I always saw it as kind of selling out. I hate ads on videos. It drives me crazy. I just really, really, really hate ads. But quite a lot of you had talked to me and said, hey, you should do that. You know, you kind of convinced me that that was a good idea. So I did end up doing it, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out because I was able to purchase this computer right here and a bunch of equipment with the money that I made on the channel. So, you know, one of my first goals for this year was to monetize, and so I definitely would say I met that goal in spades because I was able to buy a new computer with the freaking money I made off of particularly that Super NES video, but also a few others that did really well. And so, yeah, like, again, thank you guys. Like, I'm floored. I never thought that I would be able to do something like that just off of making videos. I always did it for fun. I never really set out to make money off of it. So it blows my mind that's even happened. And yeah, I'm kind of speechless. I still sometimes think about it. I'm like, wow, this nice computer here. Like, this was fully funded by the channel. It blows my mind. I know a lot of people probably don't go on and on about it, but it certainly blew me away. So thank you again, everybody, for that. I'm so grateful. I also talked about doing a Patreon, which still on the fence about. I did make one. I think I'm just gonna maybe see what everybody thinks of that. If you were interested in me doing a Patreon, if you are kind of like insulted and think I shouldn't do a Patreon, let me know in the comments below. But I'm kind of holding out on that. I might potentially think about doing that if I have some kind of really big project I want to work on that I need to fund. But I'm a little bit wary about just kind of arbitrarily asking people for money for no reason, especially when I can just monetize and make money. Now, I know there's a lot of channels that get demonetized for a lot of reasons. Some valid, I'm sure, many, unfortunately, not valid at all. So they're forced into Patreon, I get that, but I haven't had any real issues with monetization yet. So unless there's issues in the future, or again, I have some kind of big project, I'm going to hold off on Patreon. So that was sort of a goal or something that I kind of talked about last year, but for now, that's where I kind of stand on it. And along with, so that was a goal met. Amazing. You know, the monetization goal was met. The other big thing was equipment. Well, as you can no doubt tell by the lighting in this video, Rachel got me a brand new lighting and green screen set for Christmas, which was amazing. As previously stated, I was able to purchase this beautiful piece of machinery because of you guys. This microphone here that I'm using, that's right here, was given to me again by Rachel for my birthday. And this camera that I'm using to film right now was purchased by me at the end of the year out of my own pocket. But I am supposed to be getting another payment from Google very soon, probably next month, and that is pretty much going to pay for that as well. So essentially, aside from the stuff that Rachel got me, this camera and this computer were all funded by the channel, or my wife, I guess, as gifts. The sole exception being this monitor, which I just went and bought myself as a Christmas present, and that's about it. So yeah, I wanted new equipment. I wanted a camera. I wanted a lighting set so I could have better lighting and better video. This isn't the best camera on earth, but it's way better than relying on Rachel's laptop constantly. So I'm pleased with it for now. Maybe at some point I will, you know, if I get paid more by YouTube, or rather Google, or I can save up money or whatever, I'll get like a really nice high-end camera for better quality. But I'm happy with this. It's still a big improvement, and yeah, I'm just I'm set on equipment for quite a while. So I know, especially with live streams, there's a big problem with streaming because of the trying to stream off of her laptop, and the other computer I was using was garbage. Which, sorry, Kev, I borrowed it from him. It was not good. I had a lot of issues streaming. But now I shouldn't have that issue, so streams should be great. Video quality will hopefully be better. I've recently posted some kind of fun skits and whatnot, which I filmed with this camera and some on green screen. And so, it's already making it easier and just giving me more that I can do with in terms of like making videos. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, equipment was definitely a huge goal met this year, and I'm super happy with it. The next thing I talked about that I wanted to accomplish in 2020 was setting up some kind of schedule. I put this as a big haven't met the goal, and that's because my consistency with uploads and things have been off and on. I will say that the community tab and doing the tournaments has been really amazing, and that's been consistently kind of content and has been very successful. Thank you everybody who's been voting in those. It's been honestly, it's been a real blast to do those. They're really fun. So that's been really fun. I was hoping that I'd be more consistent with doing the videos for the games that win those polls, but I haven't been quite as consistent as I would like to be. But what are you gonna do, See, look, you see what I have to deal with here? Do you see what I have to deal with here? Hello, how are you? Yes. Hello. Hello, kitty. I love this cat. More Daisy videos. That's what needs to happen in 2020. Or 2021. More Daisy videos. But yeah, so, see, I got a cat derailing me. I totally blanked out what I was saying. So, yeah, schedule, consistency. Other than the tournament, I haven't been quite as consistent. The Let's Plays, I will say, have been probably the most consistent thing. I'm down to one a week. I'm going to talk about Let's Plays in a second. But other than that, the schedule could be better. Part of the issue with consistency, which the other half of it is the fact that I always have had an issue with kind of keeping a schedule and consistency, is that my daughter was born in September. Yay! So, I've been super busy doing dad stuff and working, and Rachel's with the baby a lot, so I like to try to give her a break when I can, and we've been very busy that way. So I don't want to blame it on my daughter, because there's lots of reasons why I'm not super consistent and don't upload regularly, but I think it's something that I'm more worried about than anybody else, seemingly, and it's something that I'm going to work on. I've discussed even personally in my personal life, coming up with more of a schedule for certain things, and for the channel specifically, I am going to sit down and organize some kind of schedule where I can upload certain things regularly. I'd like to do, I'm going to get more into this as I get to these next pieces here, but one Let's Play a week, a couple, if I can, a stream a week, things like that. So the schedule is a big thing that I meant to do in 2020, but the consistency was kind of on and off, and I need to just kind of work on that. But that'll just be a goal that kind of carries over into 2021, and yeah, I'm excited to do it. I think I can actually get some kind of consistency. I've talked about before trying to go for quality over quantity. I kind of like that idea because I'd rather put more time and effort into a video that's going to be really good than kind of try to rush a video and make it and have it be half-ass, you know what I mean? So, there's a balance there, and I'm still working on that. So I hope you'll all bear with me. Got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, and I'm just hoping that I can come up with a good schedule soon. So now in terms of actual content, let's talk about the actual content, the meat and potatoes of my channel. What are we, look at this little tail, God, little Daisy. So the meat and potatoes of my channel, the content, let's start with the Let's Plays. So my goal in 2020 was to finish 2 of the series that I was working on. One was Wind Waker, which Rachel and I finished in the summer, which was awesome. I loved Wind Waker. It's still a great game. And we started Super Mario RPG. And the other goal was to finish Final Fantasy VII, which I was working on last year, which I did not do But I will say, might come back because, long story short, Rachel and my daughter are going to be going to Canada for 3 weeks to kind of reunify with Rachel's family, who she has not seen almost the whole year since the pandemic started. So, long story short, because I have to work, I will be home alone for 3 weeks. So I'm looking to kind of dump a ton of time into the channel. And Rachel and I won't really be able to record any Super Mario RPG while she's gone. So I was thinking about resurrecting Final Fantasy VII and maybe trying to do a few episodes or something. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but I might try to get back on that. And I would like to eventually finish that because it's one of my favorite games, and I'd love to finally beat that game. So yeah, I'd like to get back on Final Fantasy VII. But so I'd say it was sort of like a goal met and a goal sort of like not met, because I didn't finish Final Fantasy VII. Rachel and I finished Wind Waker, and we started Super Mario RPG, which we're probably, I would say, about like halfway through. So we're doing pretty well on that front, I think. And as far as Let's Plays goes, I'm only going to do one series at a time. I used to do like 3 or 4 series at a time. That's just not possible with all the other stuff I want to do. I have said a million times, and I will say again, this channel started as a Let's Play channel. There's no way I'm getting rid of Let's Plays permanently. I love doing Let's Plays. I got into YouTube because of my channel Select Player that I did with my brother Walt. And I still want to do Let's Plays. I still like the format. So we're gonna keep doing those, but just one series at a time. I might have you guys vote on what's going to be the next game after Super Mario RPG. I'll run it by Rachel. We'll give you guys a list of like 4 or 5 games, and then you guys can vote on it. But I'm loving Super Mario RPG, my favorite game of all time. Yeah, if you watched that video, you'd know how much I love Super Mario RPG. So, streaming. I was doing well with that. I was streaming Metroid Prime, well, the second Metroid Prime anyway. Once a week. I was doing it on Fridays. I used to stream once a week. God, I did that for, I think, over a year. I streamed every Friday night when I got out of work, which I can't do because my work schedule is different now. But I think, we've gotten the baby to the point where she's getting on a more consistent sleep schedule, which is good. Long story short, we have a kind of difficult baby who fights sleep. It's real fun. The sleep situation is really fun. Particularly for Rachel, who I feel really bad for. But we are getting her on a more consistent schedule, so I would like to try to continue that weekly stream if I can. I'm planning to get back to Metroid Prime 2 actually again during this break that I'm going to have while Rachel and my daughter Sage are gone. So I'll probably stream that. It'd be cool to kind of just try to finish the game in this 3 weeks. That'd be awesome. And then I don't know what I would stream after, but in general, I want to do more streaming. I know Rachel wants to do more streaming. She loves it. We're going to work on that too. I'm going to try to fit in streams at least somewhat regularly. I know there's a whole crowd of you guys that just love when I stream and when Rachel and I stream. So we are going to get to that as well. My goal was to stream more. We did do quite a lot of epic streams this year. We did Super Mario World again. We streamed a bunch of Link's Awakening. What else did we stream? We've done a lot of Among Us. We've done some other stuff. I'm kind of blanking out exactly, but I know we've done a bunch of other streams. So we have done some. I think, we did part 3 of Secret of Mana with Dave and Walt. I forgot about that. That was fun. So there have been some streams, but I'd like to get back on a consistent schedule with streams. So that's something else that I'm also going to work on. Big projects. Stuff like brief history videos, top 10s like the Super Nintendo ones, etc. My only goal in that for this year was to do my Castlevania Part 2 video, which I did finish. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of both of those videos. I love the Castlevania history videos. I'd still like to put together some kind of a complete history of Castlevania video, I think is what I refer to it as. Where it kind of combines the 2 videos with a couple of extra bonus content. I don't know if I'll get to that this year or not, but I have talked about a Zelda history video, which I'm collaborating with 2 of the Kuroda crew on. I'll just say who it is. I don't mind. I hope you guys don't mind. James, who collaborated with me on the Metroid brief history and a bunch of other stuff, and Steven, who has collaborated with me before. I've talked to those guys about doing a Zelda history. I know both of those guys have been very busy. So that's going to be a collective project that I would like to finish by the end of the year if I can. So we'll see how that goes. I also really, really, really want to do a documentary on Enix, and particularly the Super Nintendo Enix games. Stuff like Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, ActRaiser, Evo, Terranigma, Star Ocean, games like that. They had a string of great games for the Super Nintendo that I just would love to do a documentary about, because there's no like, for some reason I've looked on YouTube, there is no video like that around, and I don't understand, because some of those games are really beloved, particularly stuff like ActRaiser and Illusion of Gaia. So I don't really get it. But I really would love to do like an Enix video. I've already got a whole idea for it. I just got to get a script going on that. But I want to do that. Maybe that'll be like my big project for the year, to finally do that. I also want to play more of those games, so that's part of that element. And if I can, I'd like to do some other history videos if I can get to it, but it all just depends on what I can get to. And I'd like to do more top 10s like the Super Nintendo video. I'd like to do an N64 one. I'd like to do a Sega Genesis one, because I got a Sega Genesis Classic this year, and I played a bunch of Sega games, and I think I could actually make a concrete list now that I feel pretty comfortable with. So I'd like to do one of that, and some other stuff of that nature, kind of like the one video that I did this year that I really loved was the top 10 neglected Mario characters video. So I'd love to do more stuff like that too, some kind of fun and funny videos like that. So yeah, those are definitely coming. Don't worry. Two projects that are in the work right now. The Super Mario Bros. 3 video it's going to be about like a 8 or 10 minute video, because Super Mario Bros. 3 won the NES tournament, and a Super Smash Bros. Melee video because that won the GameCube tournament. Both of those videos are in the works right now. Super Mario Bros. 3 has been... The script is done, the voiceover's done, I just actually have to do my part. I collaborated with somebody. To the person who helped me, thank you. I'm sorry that I've been taking so long on my end of it, but that is one of the projects I'm definitely going to be working on while Rachel is gone in the next 3 weeks. Look at this cat. My God, so cute. So that's definitely going to be another thing that I'm going to be working on soon. So that'll be out. The Melee video I have a fun idea for. I'm going to be collaborating with somebody different on that, but that's also going to come soon. I'd like to finish both of those if I can very soon and get those out. And then I know I have to do one for Final Fantasy VII because that won the PS1 tournament. I'm behind, so all you guys who were invested in the tournaments, sorry about that. We did do the 2 Zelda games that won the other 2 tournaments. And I want to get back on getting those out consistently and doing those. So those are also coming very soon. Other projects. Another 2020 goal of mine, which I think we met, was to do more reviews. Rachel and I did that Color Splash review, which I was really happy with. We've done a few reviews of... See what I put up with? We've done a few reviews... We've done a few reviews of movies. We did that slasher slasher movie video, which I really enjoyed. And we did a couple of other things. So I want to do more of those. Rachel and I were recently very obsessed with Cinemassacre and James Rolfe doing reviews of his movies. And we were talking about how much we wanted to do it. And we've been in a big movie kick. So I would expect some more movie reviews. I definitely have a couple game reviews I want to do. Which goes back to another overall goal of mine this year is to play more video games, because my Switch crapped out on me. I was out of the Switch. Our Switch died. I had to send it in repair. That got delayed because of COVID. And then I was out of a Switch for like months. You guys on my Discord know. It sucked. I couldn't play any kind of newer games because it was before I got this gaming PC. And I don't have any of the other consoles. I don't have a PS4 or anything, so I wasn't really able to play anything. That's why I bought the Sega Genesis Mini, because I was like, well, I might as well play a bunch of Sega games. So I played a lot of Sega games this year. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I'd like to play more games, do more reviews, things of that nature. I'd also, and I don't want to just do reviews of games. Like I said, I want to do films. I recently did that book video, which I've been reading a ton this year, and I'm thinking I'm going to start doing book reviews as well occasionally, particularly if I read a really, really good book. So I'm really liking that. I've said a million times that my channel isn't just about gaming. I do all kinds of stuff on this channel, so I'm happy to, dip my toes into other things and occasionally do other reviews. I just like that. I did those Godzilla reviews. I did the Star Wars and the Star Trek reviews with Rachel. We're probably going to do a TNG review since we recently finished that series, The Next Generation, for those who don't know what TNG is. So there's a whole bunch of reviews and things like that coming, and I love doing those. I like that they're mostly freeform, and they're just kind of fun to discuss. And yeah, expect more of those. Moving on, considering a weekly vlog. I probably vlogged less this year than any other year on the channel. I used to vlog like once every couple weeks maybe. I don't do that nearly as much now. I think I did like 3 or 4 vlogs total this year. I really should do more. I should talk about myself a little more. I would like to do more of those. I used to do Let's Get Real. I don't think that's coming back, I hate to say, unless there's some kind of topic I really want to talk about. For those who don't know, Let's Get Real was my series where I would just kind of talk about what was on my mind. I'd get into deeper subjects, at times sort of controversial subjects and stuff. I don't know if that's going to come back. Maybe if I strike the notion, or if I want to do a discussion with somebody, but I don't think so. But vlogs I want to do more of because it's good to let people know that I'm around and I'm still working on stuff, and people seem to be interested in my life, so I don't mind talking about myself a little bit. And the last thing that I had set as a goal for last year was to work on a scripted film, Harry and the Golden Golf Clubs. We filmed a scene of it last year, but unfortunately due to COVID and the whole pandemic and everything, bye Daisy, she just left. Unfortunately due to that, we didn't get to do any filming this year. Rachel, it would have been a little tough to be honest too, because Rachel was pregnant, and she plays one of the characters in the film, so she would be rapidly changing. So there's that, but COVID was the real reason. We weren't really able to get... there's a couple of the actors are not from the U.S., so we wouldn't have been able to see them anyway, and it would have just been really hard to do it. So one of the other goals for this next year in 2021 is to actually finish this film. Rachel and I were talking about it. We wrote the script. The script is mostly done, at least the story of it's done. We want to film more of it with this camera. It's going to be way easier. And yeah, we're really excited. Harry and the Golden Golf Clubs. It's going to be the first, second if you count Dave's Canadian Adventure. It'll be the second full, it'll really be the first full scripted, the Kuroda Crew as actors film that I've done on this channel. So I'm very, very excited about that. It's going to take a lot of time and effort, a lot of editing on my part, but the goal is to finish that by the end of the year. Keep an eye out for it. So a couple of new projects that I want to do this year, and we're going to talk about right now. I've pretty much gone over everything that was set, all the goals that I had set for this year. These are some new things that I want to do, because I'm not stretched thin enough, right? Hey man, this channel's a mixed bag. Maybe that hurts me, maybe that helps me. I really don't know. It's helped me in the past, it's hurt me in the past. I have all kinds of interests. I can't just do one thing. I know I know lots of channels just kind of dedicate themselves to one thing, and that's why they're successful. They get really good at it. They craft it. I'm interested in too many things, and I get bored too easily. I want to have a mixed bag content. Probably my biggest inspiration in terms of YouTubers is, and I mentioned him before, is James, also known as the Angry Video Game Nerd, Cinemassacre. They do the Angry Video Game Nerd stuff, which is all like scripted stuff and reviews. He does movie reviews. He does, he even had reviewed some books and stuff like that. They did Let's Plays. I like having a mixed bag of content because it just keeps it fresh. It's fun. I like doing all kinds of different things, and that's just how I am. I get bored if I try to do the same thing over and over and over again. You may say that I'd be better off just doing, say, as an example, those documentaries. I probably do a lot better. I probably get a lot more views and stuff. But I get bored doing that all the time. Same with anything else. So that's just how I am. I don't know. I just like doing different things. So for new projects, One, skits. I want to do more funny skits with the Kuroda crew. Hopefully this pandemic kind of dies down over the next year and I'll be able to see everybody a lot more and we can film some stuff. I have a green screen now, and you guys have seen I did that silly Godzilla Christmas video. I want to do more stuff like that. We did the silly like Super Mario RPG video the other day with me like making love to the cartridge. That was really, really fun to do. I really love that. So expect more funny stuff like that, like little short videos and things like that. I'm thinking about doing like clips like that I could tack on to like review videos or episodes of Let's Plays or things of that nature. So definitely more of those. Those are really, really fun to do. We've also been doing some piano videos. Rachel has her own channel which she posts piano covers of. She does two things. She does classical pieces and she does video game music. And so with the green screen and doing some other editing, we've been taking, like I took her old cover of that Super Metroid tune and I add some footage to it. And there's a video coming out actually as of the posting of this, technically later today. This will be posted on midnight, of her doing another cover, and we utilize the green screen. So keep an eye out for that. We've been talking about it. We want to do some more of those. Those are really fun. She does a really fantastic job. She puts a lot of time and effort into her piano pieces. She's got a lot of stuff she's working on. So we'll definitely be doing that too. So keep an eye out for those occasionally. We've also talked about coinciding some of those with our Let's Plays. So for example, like maybe doing a Super Mario RPG tune while we play Super Mario RPG. That kind of thing. We'll see what happens. Okay, last few things, then we're going to wind this down because, God, I've been recording for almost 40 minutes already. Another new project that I want to do, I've been talking to somebody, one of the Kuroda crew, about doing a weekly gaming news video, which I think we could practically do. It'd be fun to do a gaming news video. And, you know, instead of just, there's some channels that hang their hat on gaming news. They do it every day as soon as there's something new. I have no interest in doing that, but a weekly kind of roundup would be fun. Maybe like a half hour or less video if we could keep it concise about all the gaming news. You know, if there's a Nintendo Direct that week, we can talk about it. If there's, you know, any kind of big news on a game being released, we can talk about it. If there's, you know, there's stuff always going on in the world of gaming, and I would love to do that, like a discussion sort of thing. I have talked to somebody about it. I won't reveal who it is yet. I think probably you guys know who I'm talking about. And they said they were interested in doing it with me, so I'm going to talk to them about it this weekend, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm considering a weekly gaming news video, so keep an eye out on that if any of you guys are interested in that. That'd be fun. It'd be fun to do as a discussion and kind of talk about, you know, what's going on. And I don't know, just dip my toes into that. I tried that a little bit. I think that was earlier this year I actually tried that. Because when Byleth was released, I did like a video on that and then some other stuff. So it'd be cool to kind of have be able to say what my thoughts are on what's going on in terms of like brand new news, you know. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. I need to discuss that with my partner a little bit, but keep an eye out for that. I may do that. So let's review, and then that'll be the goals. Now that we've gone over everything, I'm going to review all the 2021 goals. So, first, 5,000 subscribers, 500 to 700,000 views by the end of 2021. That's my goal, numbers-wise. We'll see how we get. If I meet that goal, I'm more than happy. If I don't, and I get a little shy of it or whatever, I'm also happy. It'll be fine. 2, another big one, come up with a concrete schedule for uploading. And in terms of, like, again, if I do the weekly gaming thing, I'll have that on a specific day. Post a Let's Play on a specific day. One episode of the Let's Play on a specific day. What else? Do a weekly stream. You know, it'd be nice to have those 3 things consistently. And then say bi-weekly do a review. And monthly do, like, a project. You know, so to come up with a sort of schedule and a time where I can work on these different things. So I would like to do all that. Stream more. That's going to be something for sure. Both with Rachel, just myself, maybe doing a weekly stream, and also like other members of the Corota crew. Hopefully when things start dying down, I can do streams with Walt again. He can come up and visit. I could do streams with Dave again. I could do streams with Matt when he comes up and visits, or if I can actually finally see, some of my Canadian friends, that I can stream with them. I want to stream more, so hopefully some more of those. Overall, more content, skits, reviews, projects, let's plays, finish my film. I'm going to be doing that part 2 of that book video very soon. That'll probably be within the next week or so that'll be up, because I'm almost done the script on that. I've finished my last book of 2020, and yeah, there's 25 more books to go over, so I'm really excited about that. That's something in the near future that you can look forward to. More Corota crew. Man, there hasn't been enough of the Corota crew here this year. It's been mostly me and Rachel. That's my favorite combo. I love my wife. We do a lot of fun stuff together. But it'll be fun to get Walt in more videos, to get Dave in more videos, to get James in more videos, to get Steven, to get Matt, to get Kev, all the Corota crew. It'd be fun to get you all back in here, whoever watches this. Anybody that wants to collab on anything, let me know. I'm so down. I already have a few projects that I've talked about where I'm going to be featuring some of you guys. I got Matt coming up to visit me very soon, and we're going to film a couple things together, and a few other people have collabed with me on a few things. So already there's going to be more of the Corota crew, but I want to get them in on more videos. I want all of them to be in Harry and the Golden Golf Club. So also to you, my dear friends who've been on this channel, I hope I see more of you on this channel as well, because you are on the banner as well. So yeah, I'm hoping by the end of this year, maybe we can go to Retro Game Con again and do a Retro Game Con video. That would be fun. So all kinds of things. It'd be great to do. And the last thing that I would like to do in terms of goals for this year, and this might even be the biggest one, is improve upon myself. And that is improving on my editing skills, my filming skills, like in terms of filming techniques, broadening my horizons, just trying to be better at this, both on the technical end, on the, putting out content regularly, and just mixing it up and being fresh and just putting out content that you guys like, and trying to expand this channel and try to do better. So yeah, and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I want to keep working on my, especially editing skills, my narration skills. I want to get better at just talking into the camera and being more concise, and just being a better speaker and conveying myself in a more articulate way. I just want to get better and just keep making good videos. So I hope I can continue to do that in 2021. It'll be really interesting a year from now to see what happens throughout this year. And regardless, guys, this has been a super long video. I hope you guys have a really, really happy New Year. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, a Merry Christmas, all of those things. I'm excited to see you guys in the new year. I hope you guys like all the stuff that I'm going to be working on and putting out. And as always, I really appreciate your support. Thank you, everybody who supported me from the beginning for the last almost 4 years. 4-year channel anniversary is coming up in a couple days, by the way. I'll have to put out something for that. I don't know what yet, but I'll have to put out something for that. But yeah, all of you guys who've been here from the beginning, to even if you just subscribed yesterday, thank you so much for just checking out my stuff. It really means a lot to know that people care about what I do and that I can actually be a little successful with it. So thanks, guys, and as always, peace. Happy New Year! Happy New Year!